one, we're gonna start a live off with positive energy. Positive energy always create elevation. Now, we're gonna start out with an affirmation and calling back our power, because our power is everything. Our power is powerful. Our power is us. So you're gonna say this affirmation. I call my power back to me from every person, place, or entity, from every space, portal, time, and dimension, from every connection, attachment, and vessel where I left it. I say. So I just wanted to touch bases on what the fuck the government be doing, right? Or what they be doing to us, or what's actually going on in the world. Because a lot of people is closed minded. Because remember, we have a veil that has been pulled over our eyes, but we can lift that void, right, as we go. So, um, so as of now, we're in spiritual warfare. We're in a war, right? But this been going on. So, um, so the shit they'll do, right? So the spiritual war has been going on for a while, and it's still happening in the physical, but it's going on in the spirit realm, or you can call the astral realm, or when you go to sleep, it's still going on there. That's where it's taking place, but it's still going in the physical, right? So, but it's also more happening in the spirit realm, right? So they're using certain spirits that was hijacked, right? So it can be um people like us, but they're using certain spirits, and they're being hijacked, right? So they're being hijacked in the spirit realm using rituals, right? And they're using rituals or magic, right? And they're using it based off emotions, and because remember, this world is based off fear and emotions. That's like I said, like I always say, we live in the third dimension, which you can call hell, right? We live in the third dimension, which you can call hell. So what we're doing is, like I said, it's certain spirits that's being hijacked, and they're using rituals or magic, and they're using your emotions against you, like fear. That's what they're doing. They're using your fear against you, right? So they're using your emotions like fear, sadness, or trauma, right? So basically, when you're asleep in the spirit realm, or you're in your dream realm, because they don't want to tell you that, when you go to sleep, you enter a whole different reality. You enter a whole different dimension. They don't want to tell you that, right? Because they tell you when you just go to sleep, it's just a quote unquote dream. No, that's you going to a different reality. That's you basically astro. That's you basically astro astral traveling, right? They don't want to tell you that. So when you go to sleep, your soul leaves your body, and you go to a whole different realm, right? So that's why it's good for when you get up, write down your dreams. Like I'm talking about, soon you pop up, write down your dreams, because dreams is messages, right? It's messages, and you can get knowledge from your dreams, right? So basically, people thoughts and your thoughts create realities, right? So in the unseen, they're using all of this to create in the unseen. So what you what you project out here in the physical realm, they're using that against you while you're sleeping. Because for some people, that's your most vulnerable state when you're sleeping. That's your most vulnerable state, is when you're sleeping. Because a lot of people not tapped in how some of us is, but it's okay, because I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you remember, because your soul know everything that I'm telling you. Your soul already know this. I'm just here to help you remember, right? So they're they're doing all this in the unseen. So if you can believe it, it will happen. And remember, your intent is serious. Your intent is always serious. So say for example, if you if you want $1 million, if you want $1 million, you can set that intent to that $1 million, but you have to believe it. You already have to believe it because it's remember, there's no past, there's no future. Everything is present, everything is in the now. Everything is now. Right? So, like I said, we're in a spiritual warfare. So the shit that the government will do, say for example, like jobs. Your job is not to make you rich. Your job is not to make you rich. Your job is to make you to keep coming back to work for 40 hours and you only get paid a funky ass $300 a week. You can make $10,000 in 5 minutes, right? Now this is a power of manifestation. Your mind is a powerful tool and you have to use it. A lot of people don't use their minds because they don't really know what their minds can do. Your mind can do every like, hold on, because they're gonna try to copyright me and I don't want that. So yeah, a lot of people don't know what they can do with their minds. Your mind's a powerful tool. You can manifest with it. You can destroy it with it. You can create with it. That's why a lot of people don't use their imagination because the only time you use your imagination was when you was a kid, right? You think so. I know for a lot of people, you was probably jumping off counters or jumping off roofs and thinking you can fly, right? That's the power of your mind. If you really think you can, if you think you can do it, you can do it. Remember, your thoughts create your reality. So, like I said, for the destroy part, if you want to remove someone or something out your reality, you can do that, right? You can do that. So, see, okay, right? You can do that. That's the power of the mind. So, the shit that the government would do with your jobs, you're not there to get rich. You're there to be a slave. Slavery is not physical no more. Slavery is all dealing with the mind. That's why they make you work these stupid ass jobs. So, cause it can cause depression, anxiety, stress, and etc. Right? Cause I know you waking up early as hell in the rising, and you don't want to go to this fucking job. You don't want to go to this job, right? That's the power of the government, and they using these tactics against you, right? So remember, you don't have to work for the government. You can work for yourself. That's why I said it's the power of the mind. Use your mind. Your mind is powerful. You can create, destroy with it. So anything you want to manifest in your life, you can manifest that into your life. You feel me? Send those frequencies out to the universe and leave it there. Don't think of it no more because you're not letting the universe work. You had to do the work, and then after you do the work, you let the universe do the work. You feel me? The universe is within you. Just for example, if you close your eyes, you're in complete darkness. You're in the center of the universe. The universe is you. You feel me? So that's one of the things they'll do. And then, for example, they set up the school programs, right? A fucking kid gets sent to school uh at like fucking 3 years old, right? We're gonna say 3. They get sent to school at 3. What the fuck is a 3-year-old doing in a fucking a, a building? Teaching them shit. They not teaching kids the right shit. They not doing that. They teaching them school shit. Like science, math, geometry, and shit like that. But for a kid, everything that I'm telling you now, this is what a kid should be doing, right? Because in school, they don't teach you how to be financial stable. They don't teach you that in school. They do not teach you how to be financial stable. They don't teach you that. They the motherfucker who created school was to make you soon when you finish school, you go out and work. You work until you fucking 60 years old, and then you retire. Who wants to work who wants to waste 60 years of their life getting up every single day working at a job that they don't need? Because you can use, like I said, you can use your mind to manifest whatever you want. If you can feel it, if you can touch it, if you can visualize it, you can have it. If you go to a rich person's house and they got $1 million sitting on their bed, if you can see that and you can touch it, you can manifest it into your reality. Because remember, you're God, right? You're a part of the Creator. So you have them powers within you. If you touch something, you can have it. You just have to believe it. Let the universe work and let you work. Because you have to believe you're one with the universe. You have to believe you're one with the Creator. Because you're one. Everything is one, right? So back to it. They use the school as shit, right? The nigga who created school said he didn't want a school full of educated people. He want a school full of workers. Like I said, once you finish school, you go get a job and then you retire at damn near 60 years old, right? Okay, cool. Now that's one tactic they'll use. So for people like me, for spiritual people like me, or you don't even have to be spiritual, you just can be an average being. So what the government will do is, say for example, when you come out the womb, right? They draw your blood, and when they draw your blood, they see what bloodline you is and who you are. Just like for pregnant women, when they do like they do ultrasounds and shit. That is radiation. You're not supposed to put that by a fucking baby. That's radiation. It's fucking up the baby, right? That's what they do. Because us black people, we're powerful. We are the original beings. We are the original creators. We are God and goddesses. We are the original of everything. We created everything. We created the universe. We created the multiverse. We created this planet. We created us. You feel me? The black woman is God. She created herself out of dark matter energy. You feel me? So that should tell you how powerful us black people is. That's why they do everything in their power to try to stop us. But they can't do that. They can slow you down, but they can't stop you. You feel me? So they'll draw your blood when you come out the womb and see your bloodline and see who you is. So when they see who you is, like, damn, why did this motherfucker come here on this earth? Why did he come to this planet? You feel me? Because they know that you're here on a mission. Everybody has a purpose. They know that you're here on a mission, so they try to slow you down, but they can't stop you, right? So they'll do that shit, and the shit with the pregnant women, right? They'll give them shots that they don't need. They'll put radiation near the baby. And sometimes the government will set up shit if you're in an ultrasound room or you're in third eye thumping. If you're in an ultrasound room or the doctor's room, right? They'll send people that work for the government. They'll send people to you and do shit to harness your energy. They'll pull your energy from you, right? Say for example, right? I was at a hospital, right? I I had broke my arm. I had broke both of my arms, right? But remember, they give you a dose, right? And you can't feel nothing. You can't feel nothing, right? So I woke up. I woke up and I was seeing a whole bunch of bullshit, right? But they was taking me to different rooms, right? Cause mind you, I already had the surgery done, but they was taking me to different rooms, right? And I was seeing bullshit. I was seeing bullshit. But the antidotes, like, you supposed to fall asleep and then wake back up, right? In like a couple hours, or maybe even 8 hours, right? But I was seeing a whole bunch of bullshit. But they kept pushing me to different rooms, right? So like I said, they'll send people that's a part of the government. You may not know that because you're closed-minded, right? And nobody never told you this, or you never dwelled into your mind to fully understand this or function what I'm saying. But don't worry, I'm here to teach you. I'm not here to teach you. I'm here to help you remember. Your soul always remember everything that I'm telling you, right? So they'll do shit like that. And then, say for example, with like the police, right? The police is the form of the government too. I think it's if you see an officer with say for example I think it's a all black uniform, or it's a navy dark blue uniform, right? But one of them uniforms is not what police officers actually wear, but they send people after you like that to fuck with you, right? Because you can be sitting in a fucking car, for example. You can be sitting in a car, police will pull up on you on some bullshit. You feel me? They're part they're part of that system, right? This is like, okay, you had uh the Illuminati, you had the reptilians, uh you had the government, you had the police, you had the Masons. So all them fall. Oh, and you had the Pope, and etc. All them fall under the government. So if you think the government is helping you, the government not fucking helping you. You may think that they're helping you because the shit that they can possibly do, or that they're doing, but they're against you. They don't stand with us, especially us black people. They don't stand with us. Like I said, us black people, we are the original beings of this planet. You feel me? So what they're trying to do, what are they trying to do is they also want us to go against each other. Exactly. They want black people to go against each other. Now, this is another thing that the government will do, right? So, say for example, in like the 80s or like the 70s or some shit like that, right? They was putting crack cocaine into black neighborhoods, right? Because we had black activists in the neighborhood, right? Was providing for kids education, not school education, real education. They was providing education, food, standing outside homes to make sure nothing don't happen to them, right? But they had put crack cocaine in the community, right? Crack cocaine didn't just come from nowhere. The government put that into these neighborhoods. That's what they did. They put that into these neighborhoods, right? And that's when you get your drug junkies. You got people overdosing. You got people sleeping on the streets. You have people even dying in their homes from the drug crack cocaine, right? They made crack. We didn't think of exactly. They made that shit. We didn't make that. So, for example, they was putting guns into neighborhoods too, like crates, dropping them bitches off. Dropping them off in black neighborhoods. And that's when the war started against black people on black people, black on black crime. That's when the war started. They did that shit. For example, they used to dress up like us. You feel me? Like I said, the government has all type of technology. They got all types of shit. They got technology that's from fucking 2025. You feel me? They got technology. Like, for example, if you see these fucking iPhones, the newest iPhone 17, they been had this shit. They just putting this shit out to you to make it seem like it's new. They got an iPhone fucking 20 that's already made. It is not put out yet. They have all types of technology, but remember, they technology is from us. They took our technology. They took everything from us, right? When they invaded this planet, right? They took everything from us. But like I said, they'll put on fucking they'll put on masks, right? That look like a black person, or they'll used to dress like us to make it seem like it was us trying to do the black on black crime. That wasn't us doing that shit at first. That was them. Say for example, it can be a black person, and then you have the government, and they dress up like us, or they'll put on a fucking mask that's like us. Like, they'll put on a whole face that look like it's a black person, and they'll go do something to that other person. Nah, that person is going to war with that person because they did that shit. The government set all this up. That's what they did. They set this up so we can go against each other. But I gotta go, brother. But they all want people to go against each other. We all need to stay together no matter what comes. Now listen. I'm white, but they want us poor neighborhoods. They also exactly right. Now for us carbonated beans. Now the white people, you're welcome to this live too. I don't discriminate, right? But I'm talking about us black history. You feel me? I'm talking about our black history, right? Now we can break down the black people and the white people. It's not a racist thing at all. It's not a racist thing. Like I said, us black people, I don't even want to say the word black. They gave us that word black. Us neuromelanated, carbonated beings. We are the original creators of this planet or the universe. We are God. Now, for the Caucasian, you were just put here 6,000 years ago, right? 6,000 years ago. Or maybe it's been 7,000 years, or maybe more than that. But y'all was created by a person named Zeus. Zeus was a carbonated being just like me, right? Y'all was created by a dude named Zeus, right? And Zeus went against us because he was fucking greedy, which we call him the big-headed scientist, right? But a lot of people don't know. The person that created the human beings, which is Caucasians, came from a planet called Nern. Nern is cold, right? Now, you will always see, like I said, it's not a racist thing. You'll always see a Caucasian or a six ether being outside in the fucking cold with shorts on, right? Because that's their habitat, right? But soon when they get in the sun, they're burning up and turning pink. But us carbonated beings, non-ether beings, black people, when we get in the sun, we charge up, right? Because we're 6 electrons, 6 neutrons, 6 protons. We're connected with the sun. We charge up from the sun. We feed from the sun, right? So they come from a planet called Nern, but they was being experienced on an island called Patmos, right? So y'all entered through a portal which was on the Caucasus Mountains. Now the Caucasus Mountains, that's where y'all get the word Caucasian from, because y'all came from the Caucasus Mountains. Y'all stem from the Caucasus Mountains. Now, this is where you get your monkey from, right? Your 60 beings, white people. Like I said, it's not a racist thing. I'm just telling y'all history, right? Um, y'all Caucasian, y'all came from the Caucasus Mountains, right? So let's bring it back to the monkey. The monkey is your evolution from the Neanderthal all the way into the human being. Y'all is mixed with Neanderthal DNA, because this is science proof. If you don't want to hear me say it, go listen to another motherfucker say it. I'm gonna tell you. I'm always tell you the truth. Y'all, white people, Caucasians have Neanderthal DNA. Y'all have animal DNA. You can go to scientists and get your blood drawn and get your DNA checked and see that you process those genetics, animal DNA and Neanderthal DNA, and etc. That's why you will see a Caucasian with so much hair on their body. Because going back to the origin of the monkey, they had so much hair on their body, right? You will see a Caucasian with hair, a whole bunch of hair on their back, on their chest, stomach, or even you can look up pictures. Their whole face will be covered with hair, right? And kind of looking like an animal. Like I said, it's not a racist thing. I'm just telling you your true knowledge. Science proved, right? So you can even look this up. You will see a Caucasian with a whole bunch of hair on their face, right? You will never see a carbonated being, not even being black people like me, with a whole bunch of hair on their face. Now, yes, we have hair on our body, but we don't have a lot of hair how a Caucasian does, right? So that was off topic, but back to what the fucking government to do. Like I said, the government is not with us. The government always been against us. You feel me? So what you need to do is really learn who you truly are. Because like I said, they don't want you to know who you truly are. Because once you learn who you truly are, you become untouchable, powerful. Because remember, knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. You can do anything with knowledge, right? But remember who you are, because your soul holds all the answers within. Always remember who you are. Yo, like I said, this is your reality. This is your reality. Your soul doesn't care for none of this. You're only attached to this physical realm because of your ego. Your ego cares about this. Your soul don't care for nothing on this physical plane. You're only attached to certain things because of your ego. You have to let go of your ego and let in the soul. Because once you let in your soul, that's your true self, right? Your ego is not your ego is not your true self. Just like for example, if you yeah, majority focus on yourself. Now we gonna end this live stream with positive energy. Now, if you don't know who I am, my name is Iamchosenchapo. IACC stands for Iamchosenchapo. We gonna end the live with positive energy and remove all the negative energy. Call your power back using this affirmation. I call my power back to me from every person, every place or entity, from every space, portal, time, and dimension, from every connection, attachment, and vessel where I left it. I say.